Anapedi wa ha na we say tia say wo twem na so na wo fa ha eche minim so kwan so boko.
Well, minim kwan so boko na wa wonim say eba no akansie ni agrodi ho nsema ye kan ya so a mekọ a nkrofo be kan nsema o so a mekọ a nkrofo be kan nsema o say omuka ema mitibi
exactly.
So sometimes mosumu ye advantage say nsema obi nkan kire me no
bitimiti be kama wotibi
mu betibi enti mu ba na se mu be kan o say mi yi aba ewom na menko say maybe me fa no ewo maybe the way where they can and no na eba be ya asem kra.
Okay.
And as a minister no metie mu program mun sema mu kan say ye abasubo say ye criticism say ya ye bibia yan ye ni ye o ni nyina metie me o say ye di ye adwuma no ye di ye adwuma and he say ene nanu 12 October Sunday yen World Cup qualification project nyamia ye yadom omaya yentumi anko African Cup of Nation for the first time in 20 years and I've heard yentumi anko World Cup there. Then we need to thank Kofi Bebre.
Right.
The Yankupon the Ebemanu players and any management in the bet mu media no so mu role no na esupa and Onua TV was one of the big platform.
Wow.
Modisa adi no eba enti me imagine say enyam mona me ntwen say mo be frame me.
Okay.
Ansa na me to anamon aba or say me ba.
Right.
Enye phone so say ye interview phone so ana me just statement in the as a ministry ye dey da obi ase but there are some platforms or say me share that eba
right
na me hum na me nka say ni amoye no aso oman no ni ministry no aso ni me as minister so aso ni me dey ndase no eba be mamu na afi na ye be ko even kesi ani mukra ye foundation minimum say foundation na ye lay no solid maybe the superstructure no ebe to so a ebe gina ye nanso o say me ma me hu say foundation no muka hu na ye na afi na ye ba betu anamo kese na nkasa ye be ko yenim anhwe ni ye a nipa bone fo so omu be fem be hu na ebinum be create minister ni Facebook account.
Yeah, of course.
Ebinum be ye niama bebe no maka say o pe America na kwa me na me minister ni PA be yes this is the time on say microphone say asembia yebeka efa World Cup hu no omuntie from Onua.
Okay.
So Onua nka ya
na say enye no good
the Onua nka ya enye no kre entimen konkotie wo obi ni Facebook page na dey Onua nka ya enye entimutie Onua na Onua beka no ene ye no kre a wo say ye dey ye adwuma.
Honorable ye beda ase papa honorable minister Kofi Adams and what the kasa wapa so honorable be dey say edi nkomo kakra under Roma ye ka World Cup na ye ka sitting government honorable bibi ba ko edan so ye be ka na kra the last time NDC government the Ghana eco World Cup in some breeze here especially on sika ye go play no echo Brazil ekutiaka this time Onyame must have a qualify we still have this very government also honorable bibi sa no mo we see bibi sa be sense biom and then you just to avoid this kind of stuff as far as our officer are concerned.
Well you see BBC na say nya na obia ka ho asema opportunity for you say wonya akwenya bioma ubeye no in such a way say obia be hu say we obia ye de ade hye wonsa wo hwe so yi
sure.
So for us as a government and luckily President Mahama Nana no ye mampini ewo Sabres Yankupon asan ye adoma ya ba be mu a osan ema ye san qualify bio media. It's a great opportunity say ye be ye niama nsema yebeka afa World Cup no ho no ebeye sonko ebeye excellent imaging for Omaino any Abaino. So I can assure you say Bibisa ANC. There's no way a Bibisa BC. We will do everything humanly possible. Say not only in the area of performance. Say your representation ever World Cup no ebeye wedi of African representation. Yebeye bibia ma obi ehun say Ghanaians understand what hospitality is. Ghanaians understand what football is. Ghanaians understand what sports is. And Ghanaians understand what it is say leadership on the continent. Because ye man peni encher bia oko the 80th UN General Assembly meeting. Okasa wiye no, I think say every part of the world so say this was a worthy messenger for Africa and of Africa. Just about Ghana.
It was very broad.
Luckily for us, just around that same time, one of your university soccer team, University for Development Studies, no, Muswa call FISU Games, China, or Muso, Africa, Franca, for the first time, a university from Africa.
Or
conquer we are seeing in Ama or J, the university games trophy available. Before then, no university from Africa has qualified from the group stages.
Wow.
Now so so it's been good, and I believe say this World Cup now US another opportunity. Say say Ghana, we really are the leaders, and we really are great when it comes to what football.
Right, Honorable. Now, Abroche qualifying the Yaba. Ghana ni bia o check studio bia wa bia nya US ne bia obeko. Abai no war ehihye bi edema supporters are in prepare o ma adwen say obeko US akọ support Black Stars.
Well, surely eba World Cup the federation and governments so you collaborate to make sure say games and be successful. So Abai won a responsibility obe facilitate these processes engagement with embassies and high commissions in relation to travel documentation. By all means, Abai won responsibility because Abai penifona omo the other side and betina say ayen shishia ebeboa Ghana for omo ayo mwajense onu pese omuko whether Mexico, Canada or America to witness the games. And Abai with that responsibility. Of course, Abai with responsibility to mobilize funding also to support. To mean jai on enyo bia na ono nkwa metumi aye as we sit here, there are farmers. Some of them have been farming and feeding us all through.
Exactly.
One or two, it's good. It adds to the unification. The unification of Omaino. And this Ankrofono Ewoho. We share the premiership Ekoso CCR. Abain Edienim Ayen Shishe Bibria. Make us say you mobilize ama ya inject sika into the premiership. For the first time, the clubs have been given 1 million Ghana cedi each.
Wow!
Before the start of league.
The league.
There's also mobilizing sika to support the FA in terms of payment to referees. A part of arrangement and yes, ye free budget nanso ye nhihia ema public corporates and private corporates no edi omusika omwenya adwin sakra bi say ye de sika share sports no especially football also aban etechi bibia no be
successful.
The same model we will apply in mobilizing support to at least get fans to the World Cup, because they almost eka hu bi na agrodie no ye den ekoni ni meye de So we will do something in that area. And you say you befa 100%, but by all means, you ain't na hokwa and can say no, ye bibi.
Okay.
So Obekaya after the Brazil incident, I set up Jamefe Commission. Omo the report ebaye. Even in that report, no man can say ma abain and support Ghana for ombeko such tournaments. Omo say supporters, any groups on person or mokono yemfa won share under one umbrella. My enkoye say there were a lot of splinter groups in a group APA debi yenya bibi to say Ghana Supporters Union and the one grouping so that what the mwabikra kwa na aye uniform and very well structured. So we will mobilize support for that to happen. Yeah, President's Cup, for example, 2025.
Yes.
Yan supported process, person be free yen either ministry nankasa the budget and a buying budget na ya. We mobilize from private individuals and public corporates. And I hear sir Galka for President Cup now. Yeah. And we've used these models and it has worked. And I believe say the World Cup so he applies our model now.
Minister for Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Adams, and Edin Komo matching Jumaden. So Honorable Coach Otto Addo. Before our resume office, a lot of perception about him. Now, we know about Juma for some months now. Do you still feel that so Otto Addo is good enough to lead our blast?
Well, what do I say? I'm a minister. I'm supposed to lead in terms of policy. It was our ministry now. Football, and the Black Stars is part of the football and senior national team.
Exactly.
I cannot dispel near Onua me leading one near Omoka. You have to do an analysis of every situation, both sides of the coin. Now, maybe I know. Yes, there was huge call. Say, Yema coach and uncle. But I made it quite clear. Say, no, there may be other reasons in Tia. Nyaman called the way I was say echo. And first and foremost, Mama dealing with other problems. And we went in, dealt with a few things, and you say now the unity in the team was growing. So once the unity was growing, I count a few other things. And I believe, say, by 12 October, me I had 2 years in terms of this stage, and they say, they be qualify for World Cup.
Yeah.
Yensa can
World
Cup qualification.
Yeah.
So we have done well. Coach Otto Addo and his technical team have done well because we have qualified.
Exactly.
Since you got into the next stage, people are raising issues.
Yes.
Those issues, as leadership, minister, the FA, any buying generally, we would all sit down with the information available to analyze. Because at the end of the day, even Otto Nankasanso played with a team to qualify. May I sure say, in his mind, even as a coach, Yamana Quenya, he may want to tweak the team small. On your opportunity be tweak team. I am sure in the same vein, the leadership, management, FA, minister, any so may be thinking, say, we may have to do some tweaking
on the team.
On the team and then the technical unit almost then FA team.
Exactly.
What that tweaking will be, mean to say, yeah, there will be Ebeka Otto any others. Ana ye be free ho edibiaba. Ana ye be keep near ewo hosa no. I cannot sit here and conclude. By all means, or the data and I be juma. We will analyze it collectively and we will ye decision okay. That's what I can assure you here.
All right. See qualification about what happened there. And then personally, if you say the cut team no what the team for a while wo your weakness wo your strength and then you can who feel say to you work up na Ghana economy make a huge impact.
Alfred mia ha me me yapa ni say yenya kwenya emmo Afcon ne bi because after qualification when you say competitive tournament ne bi utumi try we players ye we be what it is and what it's not. Exactly. Unfortunately no yenya Afcon no. So me also say any say you be also arrange a lot more friendlies.
Okay.
In November, FIFA window now, your friendlies be in the Asian zone because almost style of football, you know, completely different. I quite quiet to say computer football be no more because almost said that need that natural flair into almost young footballing book ne computer based type of play. So or say anyone here then Echo Bobby. Now because almost car teams now or mobile World Cup we name group who kotum
exactly.
Almost we want to now go and try our style.
Okay, any
idea about it. Well, our video analysts, any others, have started analyzing virtually every team are qualified.
Okay.
But we need to try it practically.
Okay.
So as much as possible, you know, you have a number of what friendlies.
They are tested.
They are tested. Ebema Coach Otto Addo any team no Akwenya to be able to know say well team now you see the ball qualifiers within the African zone omo good enough say omo against the Asian team any omo style.
Okay.
Now yenya Akwenya so maybe any European side be so then abo.
Okay.
Then if we get the North American area, so a also try biabo. Okay. So that even before you go for the tournament, now when your zone you've tried them.
Okay.
Apart from the video analysis or report, any videos now
the practical
and also when the practical so then account.
Right. Honorable, yeah, that's it, Papa. But now the extras here for the past weeks after the qualification here, monkey the work, babu the chop. Ghanaian players are on mobile abridge, Ghana document. Most especially this Edin Keten, of course, Hosno Doi. We take on this particular place. Then you involve your well, you ignore more.
Me take and say, me a coach Becca. Say me. Project na mo dia share mensa say memfa o man Ghana the senior national team emfa nko World Cup na World Cup na ye kono keke you see ye ko akobo ye hu mode sin any African country has ever done.
Yeah.
Before 2022 no na Ghana ya ko quarter finals anka ye be ko seminar yentumi anko Morocco akwa defeat sa record no omako semi-finals exactly. And this ye say ye boy who more seen any other African country it means we must go beyond semi-finals. So ye the responsibility of going beyond semi-finals kese no ye the best coach any players no so say coach
so that would be the target for the team going to the World Cup. Is that a target?
Of course. This World Cup for me is an African World Cup. When him say the first time African country was 94. USA host. We didn't win it, but we showed strength. When then I think Nigeria and Cameroon had great players, Rashidi Yakini Numu, and then even Mila and Ko went again and showed prowess.
Of course.
This time round, yes, I think that this is the time to do what we didn't do in 94.
Of course.
What we didn't do in 94, no, this is an opportunity for us to do it. Maybe 32 years on. This is the time for us to do it. And me, say an African World Cup, and it's Ghana's World Cup.
Wow.
So look, sports, any football especially, emotion. Akuma ho enuntina obi hwe ball na say ni team elusi a otumi collapse ma nipa no be ewu ombo ball ni bio na so ni team elusi no obe collapse out of that no obenya attack ama wewu because it's over 80% emotional things.
Yeah.
And your mo kasa nyina nkrofo ka no me ti obi ase,
of course.
Now so beyond the emotion no or say yema coach no akwenya ema ono so on you see the other part of the other faculties no na onfanye den enye juma so that yes so yen emotions are yenya as we move forward no yebenya those results. So if in the mind of the coach obe here some injection of anything newer means the name say okay. It may not necessarily be Nketia or Odoye.
Okay.
He may need something else.
Okay.
He may need something else. Ebema team netumia then ejinaye. Look at Sibu. Before Yeko Yene Chad for Ekobo Yenu, he wasn't in the team. But when we went there and we saw some few challenges in the midfield, then your friend Sibu say Omra. Even your friend other players crowd, Munya even qualify crowd FIFA and claim one yet.
From some Omra.
Come no say Omumbra, but unfortunately no young clear into bench no crowd to me because we dare not make that mistake to suffer the fate of South Africa. Because what they no to bench pay in competition member one year you better o points so yeah and find you on top. So Siboba we saw some improvement in the midfield.
Yeah.
Now Yabeka say ya Bobby dada inti mayemfa new injection number. So I want as much as possible to leave that for the technical person, the coach, and the management team to decide. And or more approaching me. After all,
yes,
one or two may not significantly change the team. A chunk of the players, I think they are good enough already.
Exactly.
So, but Omu decided, say, well, you want us to go far. You want us to even win the World Cup. Yeah. Maybe you be here this or that, Yeah. I mean, see
okay.
Means I am emotive, but I must also use the other things to support the decision of the technical team. But I can't tell, say, for Nketianti and Otto Addo and any other player for Ebubomu. And it doesn't really matter. But if it is also about them, why not? Sometimes when people are good, well, they tend to have choices.
Okay.
Come de wopa na ye de fufu bi si ho a na wo mpekura ubedi because say come in sheda new na say ye de fufu ba wa obetimi aka say o de bi me mpe fufu ampesi na me penti me twen ampesi ni ba maybe what na ho na say kobo 6 p.m. ampesi ni nyamba ya. Well, you can say you want to try, but as or minus, well, we must have our pride. We must, but whatever it is, this is a game we want to go far.
Yeah.
And pride kakra, but also thinking kakra ebe buama wait me ako here because we don't just want to go and do
adapt to the numbers and come back.
To the numbers and come back. Yeah. No, David.
All right. Honorable, that's the Black Stars and Common. And friends, most of my first I send a message about Leeds Finance Sports. Most questions have been a multi-purpose quarter. On me here, community say be ministry national say put your baby. Almost on that.
One of our major agenda.
Okay.
Say you be multi-purpose complexes across the country. You say with having maybe zonal locations of such things.
Okay.
You be good athletic tracks and other courts are. Now, technology and marking with colors allows, say, one court area, no, ubebo basketball, ubebo volleyball, also, ubebo the net ball, and so on and so forth. Tennis, crowd, then so you fix, if you want to play basketball, you fix and then play. You finish, you take it off. If you want to play maybe volleyball, you fix it and play. Tennis, you fix it and play. So you be sad so because you ensure that ni different courts. So that is the new technology. So we're going to do a lot more multi-purpose courts and just use color to mark.
Okay.
Now why is that? And we would create athletic tracks also, so that I'm afraid school sports are and it's one of the areas infrastructure. So that Nipano and you say or Babe national competition and sana when Yahu Aquina say will be Tumirika ewo tracks, tartan tracks. So
okay,
you should have that available to you in my municipality in Jasikan. Somebody in Akan, KJB should be able to have access to tracks. Somebody we should
so be do Accra
and so we do Accra and sana we so we want to invest in that and anything I hear for the corporates, both public and private.
Okay.
Say omumfa NG sports because sports is big. Look, sports doesn't end even just at competition. Every day, anopabia munya bibika about sports.
Exactly.
And yeah, because every day we are competing.
No.
The same way, every day there is a sports business going on. And I want to invite the corporates.
Okay.
We will be transparent with Omusika, sports.
Wow.
If they have been worried about transparency and openness and this idea, I can assure them, say,
your administration, yes,
this would not repeat itself. We will use the money for what is intended for. Talent development. And then they hear me. Look, uko the Arab countries are omutu fangua easy for them. Not this our offshore, this is just on the land, easy for them. Omukro who says, no limit, so they are now investing in areas where the talent.
Okay.
And the investment in sports is becoming very big.
Wow.
Because Omunim said, we are now, the world is heading towards talent. Yen naturally, there was idea. That is why I want to invite the corporates, and I want to use this medium to say thank you to Goldfields. Takwa Omusi TNA stadium now. We need more of such interventions. We need more of such support for athlete development.
When I would say your park is somewhere bobo so crowd what is the state of our national stadiums apart from Accra ready Kumasi still
Kumasi and I believe say we will get there. The pitch has drastically improved. The security zone per FIFA standard baby players no stadium dressing room baby omofano almost say fan bia supporter bia no so ohwe Kumasi stadium na baby supporters no etina no what ho ubehu bass no and you betumi hu players no so we must do something in that area to cover those areas.
And you can say who players no
that's the safe zone. That's the safe zone.
Okay.
Security zone now dressing room. You don't have to have any access with the players. And you call a mind baby new stadium now musi na we say away team crown or more baby or bus baby gate ni baby am inside na gate na sana omwesi free bus the home team no so baby so bus befa. It's not in our part where we don't have that, but we must make sure that a minimum security is provided. Then, of course, upgrading the dressing rooms now more with the right gadgets now. Yes, sir. I believe, sir, Baba Yara will be ready for CAF inspection and approval.
Takrade Cape Coast Day.
Esipon, I think the phase 2 is ongoing. Yeah, phase 2 now. Yeah, part of phase 1 now. Then we conclude with phase 3 and have Esipon Stadium also ready for use. We should be able to do the remaining parts and start using the stadium by next year. We should be able to. Because the contractor is on site working. That contract has not been stopped, and so we just have to continue following. Or the certificates be ABBA, but we will look through them. If truly that work has been done, they get certified and payment will be done.
Okay. Cape Coast also there no.
Cape Coast Stadium doesn't have much of a challenge. Challenge in grass in or say so you're building so Cape Coast shouldn't be so much of a problem. The Aliu Mahama Stadium Tamale,
yes,
provides one of the best fields.
Okay. According to experts, that
stadium has one of the best fields, easier to actually work on and give it. There's a lot of stability also. So we intend to invest in all this infrastructure to make it useful, because we see at the end now to me you see Sikana was saying okay. Sikana was saying okay.
All right. Honorable, anopedi beda sepa ene umria wonya dem. The Ghana Premier League monitor there. Who dey chika kakra?
Oh, me dey chika kakra.
We impressed so far after match day 5. Ghana Premier League.
I think it's not bad. It's a bit competitive. The numbers are picking up small. Yeah. I'm encouraging teams, say, we initiate a lot of activities. Ebema fans now then Abba Stadium. So even some of the games you add a little entertainment, or even you can decide, say some promo activity build fan base.
Okay.
Because now we are making Europe for some leadership program, like a Stadium.
Okay.
Alliance for now or more main dressing. Charlie, Ubia Okasabia is about fan engagement. We need to invest in fan engagement. Let the fans feel
part of the
process, and let them mix being present at their teams' matches.
Yeah.
But say one year fan engagement, the fans, yes, they say, I support Kotoko, I support this, but Nipana and Coast Stadium, they don't feel anything. But do it in such a way, say they. Nipana or far away crowd, per se auto ticket in time, now obedu baby a game to be able to be part and parcel of it.
Okay. Yeah, instead of thinking be where some here and we Nkoko Stadium means what on sama Pristia Stadium.
There are a lot of there are a lot of small stadia projects. Ebi wo NSA, ebi wo local government for no we would bit by bit.
All right.
Sports fund sports development fund now we can pick on some of these things and do it. And sports development fund then engine. Now, you contribute. First and foremost, you're the co-parliament. I know the MPs have assured me, say, but we must fund it. We say then it can work.
All right. Honorable, and I pray that you're with us. Papa.